This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, your Irons. Yes, people, welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. I've just managed to put my headphones back on because I've just run over there and John has got something from Long Live the Bowling on, and I've just found my hat as well. Just ran over there to get my hat and realised, it's in the drawer, innit? I'll go and get it. There it is. Wore that to Villa away, actually, because it was pretty nippy at Villa. But welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. A little chat about West Ham, because why not? There's worse times to talk about West Ham, isn't there? I'm sure you two would know.
Oh, well, yeah. What's happened between 1980 and the present?
a lot. But joined firstly by Neil. Taylor. Neil, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Jake. Yeah, not bad, mate. Yeah, good.
Good. And of course, John from the Iron Sport and Foodbanks. John, how are you, my man?
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Yeah, glad not to be travelling anywhere this weekend for a change, or midweek for that matter as well.
Nice little break for you, I'm sure. But we are back at it with the November and December heavy fixture list in a couple of weeks' time. It just keeps on going on and on and on. But, when we're playing like this, I don't think we mind. But before we get into talking about West Ham, firstly, Neil, I'm going to leave it to you. The links that people can use are in the description down below the video to talk about Hammers for work and support. Neil, tell us about it and how people can help.
Well, basically, the page was, or the group was set up just after COVID. Danny came to me, Danny Panracker, and mentioned about setting up this group to help people that maybe have fell out of work due to COVID and the pressures that it brought with it. And I thought, a great idea. I do get a bit of time on my hands, running along with the bowling and obviously looking after my mother, so the time's there. So I thought, right, let's go for it. And we've built it up now. I think the last count was 11,600 and whatever. But it started off with mainly any job on there, men, women, old, young, whatever. It didn't matter. Any jobs, labouring, shop assistants, and it's just built from there. We've got links with big companies where they put apprenticeships up to help the youngsters out. That's a big plus for me, really, that we can try and help the youngsters, not only in Newham, but our focus is around the Newham and the stadium area, but also out along the corridors, which go out into Kent or up the A13 corridor, or we've even had jobs advertised up north. So there's hammers everywhere, as you know. But so that's been really good, and a lot of people have got work. And there's a couple of people that have had their businesses were really rock bottom, and they've secured it and turned, in some cases, Willow Environmental being one, turned his business round. So then I spoke to Danny. We was involved with John a little bit doing the Christmas, the boxes, the selection boxes and whatever, and a bit of the food bank stuff where we tied up with John, and then Sadie was involved. So we tried to help as many different charities. We didn't want to just be involved with one in particular, so we branched out. We've got about 8 to 10 now, but we need to sort of refocus and find out. I'd like to help everyone as John would, but there's sometimes you have to sort of like pull it in a bit because you can't do that. It's just not practical. But no, it's come on leaps and bounds, and we've just started helping a couple of youth centres out, and that was one of the things that I wanted to concentrate on, was trying to get some. There's the disability group in Newham, and another one up near the Carpenters, which is a youth project. It gives youngsters a chance, boys and girls, to get into football and make it affordable. So we've been lucky enough to get tickets donated, and we've redistributed them. And so I'm well pleased with it. I really am. You know, I mean, someone coming here today needed something picked up from Brentford to Romford, and someone jumped straight on and offered to do it for them. You know, the kindness of people has overwhelmed me, as it does. You know, I won't speak to John, but as it does with him, some people just, you know, there's nothing's too much problem, really. You know, and I sometimes I feel pretty sad that you can't help everyone. You know, you sort of tend to help someone, and then you help someone else and think, oh, how does that look? But you just can't do it. But no, I'm well chuffed with it, and all Hammers are welcome, and their families. I mean, you know, if someone's on there who's a staunch Hammer and their son don't like football, I'm not going to turn around and say, well, you can't put your son up for a job. We don't operate like that. But it's anything with an Hammers link, and yeah, I'm well chuffed with it, and hopefully it gets stronger. We've had the club put links on, as again John would know, and we've had a few celebrities just not endorse us so much, but just give us a shout out. So we don't ask for things; it's all like free, and if people donate, they donate, and then straight away we put the money back out. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with it, Jake. To be honest with you, you know, well happy with it. So all Hammers are welcome on Hammers for Work and Support on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes. We'll put the Facebook group link and the Twitter page in the description down below if you think you could help or would like to help out in any way. John, remind the people watching about the food banks, what they can do and what's coming in the future, as you've got a busy couple of months coming with the fixtures.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've set ourselves a target if we can get £200-ish collected on a match day, or £400 a month. The West Ham Foundation have hooked us up with the largest food bank charity in Europe, apparently, his church based in Lincolnshire. And the deal with them is that if you give them an order for £400, they'll supply a pallet to you worth £2,000 of whatever food you need. And they get donations from all over the country, from food manufacturers, surplus items, orders which are slightly wrong, which can't be sold, even clothing and so on. But it's a fantastic deal to multiply, you know, by 5 what this is worth. And for example, last Sunday we got £700+ collected on the day, plus a cheque of £501 from the LFC Red Indians, and you know that £1,200 is going to be worth £6,000 in food donations to Newham Food Bank. So we're in the process of just setting up those deliveries, and they're going to be ordering what they need, what they're short of. We reckon that, you know, with the £400 we're kind of targeting a month, over a season that'll be worth £20,000 to Newham Food Bank in the value of food that they can receive, and all that will come from the West Ham fan base, who are just dropping in, you know, 50p or £1 here and there, or the odd banknote, on top of the food that's donated before a match as well. So that's the sort of target we've set ourselves to support the food bank. And on top of that, we're still supporting Ambition, Aspire, Achieve, who launched their Christmas appeal this week. I've got a booked van on Tuesday to go down to Canning Town. We secured 10 grand's worth of football boots from Umbro, and they're all going down for the elder children. Normally what happens is those that qualify for the Christmas bags, the children there, the older siblings don't tend to like the toys that the younger ones do. They normally have just gift vouchers. Well, now we're giving them the chance of giving them football boots. And for example, there's one of them here. I mean, some of these are £125 on that I've seen on the internet. So there's 96 pairs going down. As I say, they'll be going into Canning Town on Tuesday. We've also got 200 coats, which we've got from Arriva, which are going down to the homeless. And Caritas Anchor House are going to be distributing those, as well as Lorraine, Lola's Homeless in Canning Town. Newham Food Bank have got their own outlets for these coats, and also the new clothes that we get, the t-shirts and hoodies. I've got 30 bags of those to try and squeeze into a transit van on Tuesday, as well as boxes of coats and the football boots. So hopefully there'll be space to have all that delivered down on Tuesday afternoon. So I'll be doing a little bit of a run to 3 or 4 places and then coming back later at the end of the day. So it's ongoing, and we've got access to these clothes all the time. And now the weather's changing. You just want to make sure that these new clothes, new T-shirts and hoodies are distributed to the homeless and those who for whatever reason just can't afford them. I know, for example, Ambition, Aspire, Achieve, they put out an appeal almost every week for new clothes for the parents and the children who are linked in with them in Canning Town. So they've got 7 bags which are going down to them, and then it just goes on, and we'll have regular access to those clothes, and also the coats as well, for as long as they're there in crew and there for us to collect and distribute. So yeah. It is quite lively right now.
Brilliant. Yes. So you can check out all information from the links in the video description down below about the 2 fantastic causes discussed. So let's head into the chat and see who is about today. Sharky, I hope you are well. Robert, I hope you are well. Lawrence, sounds like some great work. Definitely. Watching West Ham's women at the moment, 2-0 against Reading, just started the second half. Definitely looks like they are going well there. Right then, West Ham, we're in the international break. Is anybody bored? Neil, were you bored in the international break not seeing West Ham play?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it sort of like froze me really. But coming up to the weekends, with England playing, I think it was Friday, and I think they played tomorrow. But I mean, don't get me wrong. When the old European Championships were on, I think it was mainly a case of going down to a local establishment, having a drink and getting carried away a bit, really. But as a rule, club football always comes first to me. And, and it's nothing to do with the fact that how we've been playing. I just think football overall, I do miss the Prem. Competition for real, i.e. next season, when we play about 16 games and then the season's cut for a month, but then go straight into a World Cup. That's not so bad because it's competition for real. But the qualifying games and all these madness of this was it the Home Nations Cup? It's just it is. I'll get bored with it, to be honest with you. So club will always come first, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think John, I think it's fair to say most of us are bored at the moment, especially we get to the weekend, we're like, oh right, West Ham are on this weekend again, and we just seem to be expecting 3 points every weekend, and we sit home this weekend wondering what on earth to do.
Yeah, we're getting used to it, and I think the performances from the team get better and better with each game, even from the start of the season now. Going back to we lost last time 6 weeks ago maybe. To Brentford. And since then, we've been on a fantastic run, and I think I said this before already, that this season seems a continuation and improvement on last season. I'm glad in one way that the break has come, because it gives a few of them a chance, but we've still got 11 of our squad playing internationals during this fortnight. That's a tremendous number, but I'm glad. I think I saw Jared Bowen comment last week to say he's been told this time to take a few days off, and he certainly needs a break because he seems to have played almost every minute. And I hope the others, the likes of Aaron Cresswell and so on, can just take it easy during this fortnight, because they know what's coming once next Saturday comes and beyond.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, when next Saturday comes, we've got then in 8 days we've got three games. Then you're going to December, and this is how mad it's going to get now. On the 1st of December we play Brighton, bogey team, and then let's just go up. In 28 days we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We play 9 games in 28 days. So that is 28 divided by 9. That's a game every just over 3 days for a month straight. I mean, players need all the rest they can get, because it's just straight into it then. And, when we get past this really busy period, then I think if we're still up in these Champions League spaces, I think we might be there to stay.
Yeah, it's a big ask, but if you want success, you have to take what comes with it. And we're still in the what I call the Coconut Cup, the old Carabao Cup.
That's a good name. I remember
I remember it being the Milk Cup at one time, and I thought that was weird. But no, we got Tottenham. I think that's 3 days before Christmas. So mixed in with that, we're still up in on merit. We're in fourth. Going back to what John said, Brentford. We shouldn't have lost that game. Really, if you look at it, the amount of chances that we did have and didn't convert them. If you take that one and the Man United point, we would have been virtually up there. But then that's football. At the end of the day, some teams shouldn't lose by 7, but they do. But going by the squad, Moyes has got them all working. They all want to play. There's no one real moaning about it. So they do graft. A big loss for me is Ogbonna, and that is a big loss. But I trust Dawson. Whether Dawson and Diop are going to have to rotate, because there's no way Dawson will be able to do that many games in that amount of space of time, and nor will Diop. And Zuma's fit as anything, because Moyes tends to leave him out in the cup games or drop him back off. So, it is a tough ask. It is a tough ask, but the idea was cement the Europa, which we've virtually done. We've qualified. We just need to beat Rapid and then win the group is imperative. You don't want to, we're qualified, that's enough, let's have a jolly up. No, you want to win the group. You don't want no playoff games. That's for sure. But, the league games, I'm confident about Wolves, confident about Brighton, even though they're bogey, really. But, Chelsea's an hard ask. But, the other games, if we play the way we have been playing, even when we go a goal down now, always think, we can come back and sort of nick some sort of result. So it's good times. Listen, since 1986, we had a couple of good seasons. Last season at the Bowling was a good season, but this is different gravy here. It's not a team of. It's not about individuals. Every one of them is playing well. So, long may it continue.
Definitely. John, a big test is going to be inside 1 week. We've got Man City away, and then we've got Brighton at home, as we said, as a bogey team, and then we've got Chelsea at home after that as well. All in the space of pretty much just over a week. That's a big test. Of course, we've got Man City away, but we feel like we're going up to Man City away. It's not far for you, John, but it's quite far for the rest of us. But going up to Man City in the past, we did the same, mindset as Liverpool. We do well not to, lose by 3, but we're going up there thinking, I'm confident we can get at the very least a point at the Etihad.
I think so, yes. I think we were disappointed when we were fighting relegation under Moyes and went there, and he set out the team not to get thrashed because he was so worried about the goal difference. This time, we just seem to go out and fear no one. We can match people toe to toe, and we've got the psychological advantage of having not lost to them in 90 minutes last time we played them. I think, and the way we've seen us set up to play away from home as well, we saw how we dominated Everton and now we did at Villa. It is just a joy to see us being so strong when we got possession. And I think the City game certainly steps it up a little bit from both sides. It gives them some decent opposition and us decent opposition. Let's see who comes out on top. But I'd be disappointed, to come away with nothing from that game. And, fingers crossed that's we get result.
But you look at the Premier League table currently, Neil, and going into the second international break of the season, when we were, going up to Newcastle on the first game of the season in August, who would have thought after 11 games played, we've won 7, drew 2, lost 2, with 3 points up the top of the table, with 6 points above Man United, 3 points above Arsenal, a point above Liverpool, a point above Liverpool, and it's just incredible. What's one thing that's impressed you the most so far this season out of the 11 games?
I think let's try and think. I think it's the actual team, the team spirit there, really. When we've got important goals at important times, any time's important to score a goal, admittedly, but I think it's the fact that when a player scored, whoever it be, Bowen, Ben Rama, whatever, the people that Moyes has run up and down on the line or gets the whole team out or a warm up or they're by the bench, the whole team are are as one. You know, celebrating it. The unity there is he's built fantastic unity. I watched them when they scored the actual unity. You know, when we went up in front against Liverpool, and it was sort of right. I think it was at Fornals went through and scored the second. And the unity after that was just, you could see it in all their faces, you know, and that's what's done it for me, really. Moyes has got, and I must say, not just Moyes, the backroom team he's got there. I mean, Nolan absolutely loves West Ham, spoke to him personally about that, loves the club. Pierce was obviously there, and he's, you know, and the people that he's got there with him, you know, they've really built something there, and you see the subs, you see people when their sub come up, and Nolan's the first one over to him, and he whispers something, and they both burst out laughing. And that's, you need all that. I don't know what he's saying to them, don't care what he's saying to them, but obviously there, it's like a bit nice place to be. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be the doom merchant, but listen, every team gets their backside kicked now and again. So when we do, you just have to get up and go again. You know, I mean, I'll never forget one of Moyes' first sayings when he came there, winning it's what I'll do. And we went on a losing run, and I was one of them on Long in the Bowling that used to put winning it's what I'll do. And we'd lost the last 4, and it was taking a mick, but I'm quite happy to eat humble pie. You know what I mean? I'm quite happy to sit there and hold my hands up. And Moyes, you listen to him. There's nothing, you know. There's nothing bad about him at all when he gives an interview. He's honest, and no. But the one you did ask me the question. The one thing that's impressed me so far since Moyes has been there, and certainly this season, is the unity of the team. Really.
Yeah. Guys, keep your comments coming in. What's the one thing that's impressed you the most? Robert has gone for work rate in the team. Yeah, I think I'd be inclined to agree. John, what's the one thing that has stood out for you, the Spins?
I've got to agree with Neil. It is the unity. You know, you even heard put Fornals when he was interviewed last week and said, well, they're not my goals, the West Ham goals, and the way everybody celebrates together. And certainly you've noticed since Moyes has been there, when we do score, the whole team comes together to congratulate them, even those on the touchline if they're on that side. So there is that fantastic unity that we seem to have across the whole squad, even those that aren't playing on the day, and that's great to see. I think also what we perhaps don't see on, you know, out in front is the way that the backroom staff operate, because they've all brought their own bits of skill into getting the most out of the players, you know, improving their positioning, improving the tactics, the dead ball situations, and so on. And I think they've all got in their own way a part to play in this. And you know, we see it in the result, but we just don't see it on the training ground. But certainly that must be working so well there, and they've got to be so thrilled with the result.
Yeah, definitely. Let's head into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Hugh, I hope you're well. Nice win for Wales last night. It certainly was. It's a very special and interesting time to be a West Ham fan. It certainly is, Robert. It certainly is. Hugh, I hope you haven't seen you before. Good morning from New Jersey via Bethnal Green. Hope you are well, Hugh. Yeah, work rate, definitely. Evening, Gary. Hope you are well. Final question. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a hard question to answer because we're only 11 games into the season. But come the end of May, Neil, the season's done. The Europa League final is done whenever it's played in Seville. What would you be happy with given to you now if it was the end of May in terms of Premier League positioning and perhaps a trophy?
First and foremost, I've been lucky enough to see West Ham lift the FA Cup, and so has John. So I've seen that. Seen us get, 1980-81 was fantastic because we got there, won that, then got to the League Cup final, and then, we lost at Villa Park to Liverpool. I mean, people can say what they want to happen at Wembley, but we lost overall. But I've seen us lift a trophy. But I'm not being, selfish here. I'd like to see us lift another trophy. All the people that haven't seen us lift a trophy since 1981, people that were born in 82, 83, and it's been a long 40-odd years. So the Europa or Carabao, FA Cup, any of those cups, and finish in a respectable place in the league. But if someone give me the thing to finish third from bottom, don't go down, but win a trophy, I would say go to the trophy. It's not relegation. Never want that. But at the end of the day, I like to see a trophy lifted by Rice and Noble jointly, and to give the fans something to cheer about. And because we're not, let's face it, I mean, don't care what anyone says. I know we have this mock with We Are Massive, and it is what it is. It is mocking and having a laugh about with ourselves, even though we are massive at the moment. But at the end of the day, we're not glory hunters. I'd sit in a room with 200 people arguing if I was on my own. We're not glory hunters at all. We're just not that, because what glory we got to be hunting? What, the Intertoto? so for me, the likes of you, Jake, and people in their 40s, late 30s and 40s that have been over there with their parents and still go over there and go to a lot of the away games, a lot of youngsters. Yeah, lift a trophy of some sort, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think we would all agree with that. Let's take some of your comments before I head over to John. The team, literally, the team literally love each other more than Leicester did when they won the league. It's just everything about it is just so good. Togetherness, the team was moulded in the gaffer and coaching team images, and it's wonderful to see everyone pulling in the same direction. A united team and club. I completely agree. Set pieces are unbelievable. They certainly are. Stephen, I hope you are well as well. Would love to see Noble pick up a trophy. I think that joint picture we would all like to see on our wall of Declan Rice holding one side of a trophy and Mark Noble with the other.
Yeah.
I think we would all like to see that. But John, what would you be happy with come the end of May?
Well, seeing as we're getting so far in the Europa League, it's got to be that one for me, because winning that takes you into the Champions League next season anyway, and I think that would be a big help in certainly holding on to Declan, because that's the one question mark at the moment. And we can offer him so much by being successful in Europe, because he's captain of a winning team. He's a regular England international. He'll have European football regularly to play with. So why else would he need to look elsewhere? So certainly, we're due a cup, and for young millennials like you, Jake, you need to see us lift some silverware, and that would be a great picture to see the two skippers with holding up a trophy that the team's just won.
Yeah, it would be brilliant, that's for sure. John, Neil, let's say a huge thank you for you two for coming on this boring Sunday afternoon with just a bit of international football kicking about.
Thanks very much, Jake.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. You can check out the Iron Supporting Foodbanks links, and of course the Hammers for Work and Support links in the description down below if you'd like to help out the cause. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new around here. We're 31 off of 2,000 subscribers. We're hoping to get there by Christmas, so subscribe, hit that big button, and it would help me out massively. And final comment goes to Kent. Any trophy for me. I'm 40 next year. Go home and away, not seeing us win a trophy. I think you speak for most of us when we all want to see a trophy, that's for sure. Anyway, from me, Neil and John, come on you eyes. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you very soon.